how to know if you're walking with an agent, a monitoring spirit, if they're walking beside you. How to know this. Let's say you're talking to somebody and everything is going good. Let's Everything is going well. Y'all talking, y'all kicking it. Now, of course, they ask a lot of questions. You don't answer too much about yourself, but you seeing how things is played out. You answering it very cautiously, still speaking still speaking truth when stuff enters your way about, God, Epstein, whatever the topic is. But when it comes to you, you don't say too much about you, right? So, convo's good. The person, you know what I'm saying, that everything is going well. You're like, okay, hold up. Okay, things is, How to know if you are walking with a agent, a monitoring spirit, because they're all gonna do this, all the tactics. It don't matter if it's a female or a man, they're all gonna do the same thing. But fellas, pay attention, especially with the women, because we talk about a lot with Jezebel, but Delilah is another one too, right? Delilah be like the spy. So let's say you kicking it, you talking. Now the girl decides, hey, can you walk me somewhere? Walk me to the car, walk me to the bus, walk me to the train. Can you walk me somewhere? I don't feel too safe wherever I'm at. Like, can somebody walk with me? But they're asking you, right? Because your energy, or you feel everybody, it's a protected area and energy. Cool. How to know when you're walking with an agent? Peep it, discern, because they all gonna do it. Agents with agents. So as you walking, peep the person and start praying in your mind too. I'm gonna get to that. As you walking, watch outside. The wind is gonna start blowing, of course. You're gonna see things from a spiritual, right? This person's walking with you. As they're walking with you, I told you already about the famous those snares. Now everybody knows it's snares spiritually. Always the yawning, always spitting. The spirit's getting bothered. But if this person, now all the time they're gonna yawn. There's people who try to camouflage, like they can masquerade it, right? But some you can see how they trying to hold it in, but they do it good. But how to pay attention to that, even if you don't catch the yawn. As they're walking, and you see, of course, the monitoring spirits, the Gangstalker, they start coming. So if this person was an agent, the other agents too, the spirits that know each other, like the Agent Smiths, the body hackers. If the person's walking beside you, you don't have to. Your peripheral, you can play it off cool, like. Discernment too. Ask God. Always in your mind too. Always in the mind. Ask God. Oh, hedge of protection. Always. That person's gonna start doing this. Peep this. Peep the body language when they start doing this. As they do this, the other people, you already know what time it is. They're gonna do the same thing too. Or speaking without saying, "Oh yeah, we stalking." Remember, you see the way how the world is, right? They use symbolisms, symbols to talk how they talk. Symbols and code words. So that's the same thing with this program and how monitoring spirits do. They don't say what they're doing a lot, but they do it. They speak in codes, those involved, right? So you see the constant repeated patterns, the colors, out of the cars, the park. You see who is who from the dark, right? The person next to you now is going to start doing this. They're going to start doing that. The people around them, if they're operating on the same and they're agents too, just monitoring you, they're going to do the same thing too, to talk to one another. Now you're looking, you're like, oh, damn. Okay, cool. I'm going to just play it off. All right, cool. Check it now. Now, y'all stop by the bus stop, right? Because you decided, take me to the bus stop, wherever you at, right? Now you decided to just wait. Wait. Now you see the girl, right? She's standing right there. Now, of course, your energy, because the frequency, you see what you see, right? The light, everything light, dog. So now you're going to see everything that you're going to start seeing people be next to you, get close. She's going to start doing, or whoever you with, the taps, the tactics that they do, the taps. Certain people going to do the same thing, like they do the coding. Now you look and you're like, oh, you're one of them too. Here's where it gets good too. This is where you start praying in your mind, right? Start praying in your mind. Pray for hedge of protection. Pray to rebuke and bind any negative energy, right? Anything negative, principality, anything negative, bind it, rebuke it in Yeshua's name. Send it back. Watch those people around you, including the person that you with too, start doing this, bouncing up and down, this uncomfortable feeling, because it's like, okay, you in your mind, there's angels now. They coming now. Watch them start getting this uncomfortable feeling. Even if they try to play the smile, but now ask in your mind, tell the Most High, cut any cords that's negative or anything that's around me. Cut the cords that's trying to even masquerade in my energy. Cut those cords quick. Watch how fast people start looking at you or start moving away. Then you start in your mind saying for any dark witch, warlock, you hear the saying? Any dark witch, warlock, practitioner, anything around me that's involved in that, cut off the cords, leave them powerless and defenseless. Talk to the Most High, rebuke it, cut those cords, send things back. Watch how people start getting uncomfortable. And watch the person look at you with this fastness like, damn, you just literally just cut the cord off this person who was trying to latch onto your energy. And the other people too, they start moving away. Now they're just gonna try to circle or do a thing, but you caught on to it. And their reactions, they start fidgeting because now they're making faces. That's how you know. Peep it, observe, watch. Those are those who operate like that, low agents, monitoring spirit. That's how they move, and they always watch it from far. They're always around in the cars, but you see it. How do I see this? I don't see that. You don't know? Have a spiritual awakening. Stop seeing through the realms. Watch, you're gonna see everything for what it is. Start posting about everything. Start posting about the stuff, all this truth stuff. Start posting what you're gonna post. The stuff that people don't even want to talk about. Start posting things that make sense. Start thinking out the box. Start talking about God. Start talking about a whole bunch of topics, and you're gonna see how everything starts switching up. You gonna see it now. You're gonna see the repeated patterns. You're gonna see the same spiritually. You're gonna feel it. You're gonna see it. But that's how you know when you have an agent next to you. You be like, oh, that's Delilah. Agent. Peep the movement and what they do. They all do. I told you the tactics don't change. They all do it. That tapping the feet, the cross, and they do that. Come on, man. But they all look at one another, especially if you have an agent next to you and you don't even know that that's an agent until you start seeing what they start doing with their body language and the other people coming around. If they part of that too, they gonna do it. That's how they code one another and speak coding without saying, "Oh yeah, we see you, we follow, we stalking, we doing something illegal." A witch ain't gonna say they're a witch. A gangstalker not gonna say they're a gangstalker. A D. A person who's trafficking not gonna say I'm a person saying oh I traffic, like they're not gonna say these things. They're gonna do it on the low low. But the discernment with the Most High gives you those eyes, you see it through all that. You feel it, you see it. So you see who they are. They see you too. Peep and pay attention. Observe. Because sometimes you probably walking with an agent and they reveal themselves to you as you walking. They might not do it in the present as everything looks good in the moment, but go outside or start walking somewhere with this person and start watching the people and watch the person next to you. And watch the body language that they do and watch the people around that start to communicate in the same way. The low negative energy. The spirits that be with them. Watch how they communicate and you're going to be like, damn. Start praying in your mind. Start rebuking. Start binding. Start cutting cords to everything, right? Even dark witches and warlocks in your mind. Start doing that and watch the people around you start looking at you like, damn, you just cut off the cord. They can't leech off that or masquerade or cloak on you. You cutting cords. Well, not you. The Most High is because you're calling out to Him. You don't see God is doing that, but you're calling out to Him in your mind, calling it, binding, rebuking. On cue again. Spiritual. It ain't our fight. It's not your fight. God's fight. The Most High's. That's it. But that's how you peep it. They notice. They notice. Acts for discernment from God. You see.